Okay. Hello. Can everyone hear me? How's everyone's days going?
Hey y'all, say hi in the chat. Don't be don't be shy. Alrighty.
Very cool.
Mhm.
I think we can. Okay. It looks like everything's working. Some people are saying hello. Hi without
Hi
being
without being
shy.
shy. Yeah, exactly. Love to see it.
Yes. Awesome. Great. So excited to see everyone. Welcome to today in Global Hack Week. We're going to be talking about kind of what we did yesterday with Global Hack Week and a little bit of a preview of what we're doing today. But super excited to get started.
Let's do it.
Yes. So welcome to day 5. We're making progress, but we still have a few days left of exciting workshops. So super exciting. Um, so kind of who we are. We're the MLHers leading the stream today. My name is Gabriella. I'm a coach here at Major League Hacking.
Hey folks, I'm Rosendo. I'm from MLH Customer Success Manager, and currently I'm on my 90th day of Duolingo in a row. So, shout out to me.
Impressive. Yeah. Um, so kind of a quick check-in. How was everyone's day yesterday at Global Hack Week? Any fun workshops you attended? Any cool mini events that you really enjoyed? Let us know in the chat.
Yeah, for sure. Let us know what's going on, y'all. I know from my end, throughout the week, I definitely attended a couple of cool workshops. The Twilio workshop, for instance, was one of my favorite. That was on Wednesday though, so day 3. Little old school throwback for the week.
Yes. Those
hmm
are always really fun.
hmm
I earlier this week I did a Skriplio tournament, and that was really fun. Getting to play with everyone.
Nice.
Yeah, looks like it is going pretty well. Anyone else wants to weigh in with what they enjoyed? Feel free to do that. But I think we're going to kind of go more into what we did yesterday. Yeah. So some fun information. Yesterday we surpassed 2,000 hackers this week, which is super exciting. 2,000 hackers just like you joining us to learn more. Join and the hacker community. Something else y'all did was make comics. So that's super fun. Um, here you can see a little bit of a preview of that. We made some cool comics. And then also we created chatbots using OpenAI, which is super exciting. And like is a cool kind of like interactive project as well.
For sure. The good thing about chatbots is, if you don't have anyone else to talk to, you can just sort of program your own friend there. Not that I'm saying any of you need to do that, but it's definitely a nice little twist.
Definitely. Yes, time has definitely been flying this Global Hack Week. We're doing so many fun things and meeting a lot of cool people. Yes, kind of a preview to what's happening today. We have a pretty jam-packed schedule.
hmm
I'm really excited to see what y'all are able to make and kind of like what we're able to learn today.
For sure.
So firstly, we have a web APIs workshop, and it's kind of like what you're capable of in the browser. One of our MLHers, Alberto, will be leading the stream at 1 p.m. Eastern or 10:30 p.m. IST. And then I will be leading a Tetris tournament at 3 p.m. Eastern or 12:30 p.m. IST.
Sounds very exciting.
I'm really excited. I love the Tetris tournaments. They're really fun.
Absolutely. And yeah, so after the Tetris tournament, once you're done stacking things on top of each other, you could join Dimmer with GeoGuessr. You could basically guess things, places from all over the world. If you've never tried it before, it's definitely now is your chance to do so. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard and 2:30 a.m. IST.
Yes. Next, we have developing an app interacting with Spotify. This is part 3 of the workshop. So if you weren't there for part 1 and 2, you can go back and check those out on our YouTube channel. This will be led by Kari at 8 p.m. Eastern and 5:30 a.m. IST. I always love the Spotify project, so I'm really cool. I'm really excited to kind of see what y'all come up with for this.
For sure. Coming up after that, we've got Getting Started with Postman Part 1. So if you are into APIs and you like testing your API endpoints before you bring them into production, which is always good practice, make sure you join Cigar at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard and 11:30 a.m. IST for that awesome workshop.
Definitely. And after that, we're going to have a hack with open banking API. That'll be at 4 a.m. Eastern and 1:30 p.m. IST with Nodir. This is a super interesting one. I think like financial hacks can be pretty cool how they're implemented as well.
For sure. Oh, and here we go. In case you were wondering when part two is coming, well, it is actually part two of the Postman, getting started with Postman workshop with Cigar is going to kick off at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard and 5:30 p.m. IST. So make sure to check both out. Like Gabrielle had mentioned earlier, if you missed part one, you could always go back and watch it on twitch.tv/MLH or on our YouTube channel to get all caught up. So you could actually join one or the other and still get the full experience.
Yes, for sure. Okay, that's all the workshops we have and different events going on today. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. We can answer them. And if you have any workshops you want to talk about from yesterday, you can drop those in the chat as well.
For sure. We have an easy one, so I'll just go ahead and put it up there. Jay Dua asks, how are you doing? And I don't know, Gabrielle, do you want to take this one first?
Sure. Doing pretty well. I'm a little bit tired. School's been a little hectic lately, but overall pretty good. How about yourself?
I was telling you this before we went live, but I'm a little wired right now because I drank a lot of coffee today. So I guess you could say I'm feeling good, but also a little paranoid.
Definitely been there before.
Yeah.
One time I had like write an entire essay one night and I had like a 5-hour energy and I was just wired for like the entire next day.
Oh yeah. They say 5 hours, but it's definitely more than that.
Definitely. Okay, looks like we have another question. Oh, it's not.
We both keep clicking it at the same time.
This is my first Global Hack Week. It's great, but also a little overwhelming. Do you think there's a good way to better strategize for the next one? Super exciting. This is your first Global Hack Week. We love to see new hackers at our events. I think like kind of you can go back and like check out any workshops you missed if you weren't able to with your schedule or just you got a little overwhelmed. And if you're, I guess, like interested in like strategizing for the next one, you can always like check out our schedule beforehand and kind of bookmark the ones that you're interested in attending. We have different links. You can add them to your calendar. Do you have any other ideas?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly, there is a lot going on during Global Hack Week. I think the one thing to bear in mind is, if this is your first one, there are going to be plenty of others for you to join throughout the year. So you don't need to like cram everything into this one experience and burn yourself out. We don't suggest going to every single event that's happening. Obviously, we want you to pace yourselves and enjoy yourselves at the same time. But yeah, like same thing that Gabrielle had mentioned. If there are, certain workshops that you're seeing on the schedule that you definitely want to go to, you can prioritize those. And from there, like you could kind of just like, what I would say is like, hang out on the Discord and see where everyone else is going and like kind of find out what the like really popular workshops are going to be during the week or the ones that everyone else is interested in. I think for the most part, we have something for everyone every single Global Hack Week. So definitely, try out new things. And I know you're talking about strategy. I guess strategy is make sure that you hydrate, make sure you get enough sleep, and make sure that it is something you're enjoying versus like a chore to try to get to like the top 99% of hackers for the week in your daily email. We do want you to, obviously remain healthy throughout the week as you're learning a lot of cool things about whatever the theme is that during that Global Hack Week.
For sure. And if I guess you're like not able to fit all the ones you're interested in throughout like your time at Global Hack Week, you can maybe prioritize the ones that you're like the most excited about and the other ones you're interested in. You can go back and watch later on our YouTube or Twitch.
That is a life hack. Jay Dua says, life hack, make sure you have enough coffee during the week. Yeah, I mean, enough is enough is the key word there. Just make sure you have enough, not in excess of enough. But I do not suggest drinking too much. So coffee, that is. So.
Exactly. You don't want to
Mhm.
get too wired throughout the week.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, outside of that, if there's like, like obviously we'll wait for your questions to come in and your this is the question and answer section of the stream. But I did want to mention that we are still, running challenges this week. Obviously, there are I mean today, and there are some cool stuff there is some cool stuff going on. Specifically, um you could use the Stack Overflow API. There is really cool stuff that you can do with Twilio. There are a couple of other challenges in there just involving APIs in general. So make sure you hit us up on Discord. If you have other questions, maybe you're a little shy to ask them during the stream, but we have a ton of resources available to you, both on Discord and on the website itself. So if y'all have anything that you want to ask about, and now is not the time, then make sure you drop us a little message on Discord as well.
For sure. We're always, we'll have someone available on the Discord throughout the entire week to answer your questions. So if you think of something later, feel free to drop it in the Discord as well.
I have oh yeah, and if you want to ask any questions that don't involve Global Hack Week, here are the domains of expertise that I can that I can answer things about. Um, random facts that you can find on Google. I'm really good at that. Also, oh, if you have any questions about MLH sponsors, I'm also up for that. Like, I definitely will tell you all about the MLH sponsors. And oh, look, it looks like we have a question. I'll go ahead and plop it up here.
Okay.
Are we getting a Ramadan Hacks edition by MLH at some point since we're fasting and hacking? Um, it's not necessary. I don't think it's something that we have currently in the pipeline, but it's definitely something we can take into consideration moving forward. But yeah, I mean, definitely, it's really obviously a really like interesting time of the year for everyone with with all of the holidays that are going on. So we'd like to be like just obviously wish everyone a happy time of the year wherever they are and whatever they're celebrating.
Definitely. And props to you for fasting while hacking. It can be
Mhm.
challenging. Okay. So we have another question. What about things after Global Hack Week? This is their first one, and they're curious about what happens through MLH. So a lot of the weekends throughout the year, we have virtual hackathons. If you go to mlh.io and click on the hackathon events, you can find those. They'll be running pretty frequently. And then also there, you can find physical events that might be happening on your college campus or close to you. So that's something else you can do. In addition, you can always go back and check out our different events that have been live streamed in the past. If you're curious about social good, it was one of our previous Global Hack Week themes. You can go back and check out events similar to that.
For sure. And if you're interested in joining an event this weekend, and you may not be able to make it in person, we do have some digital hackathons that are going on. Bone Hackateat is a food themed hackathon that MLH is organizing, and Hardware Hackfest as well. I don't know what Hardware Hackfest is about. I'm not sure what the theme is for that one. Might have something to do with hardware, but
Maybe.
if you're into that, definitely check out Hardware Hackfest. We have some cool prize categories there for y'all to kind of like get involved in and possibly win. So yeah, check those out also at mlh.io/events.
Yes. Awesome. Okay. It looks like we have a few more questions. I don't know of an existence of a How to Global Hack Week video. Do you?
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
it's definitely something we can take a look at. But as far as like, how to Global Hack Week, we do have a lot of like different resources available to you. And as we mentioned before, all of our like videos and recordings of previous Global Hack Weeks, all of the workshops we've done, you can actually go back like all the way to like 2020 at this point on our YouTube channel, and you'll even see some like slightly embarrassing videos of me trying to like use APIs probably, and like other like throwback videos of like Mary and Ryan and the other MLHers
Mhm.
there. So definitely check it out if you're curious to see how things used to go, and like where we're at from there. So it's a nice little point of
Mhm.
comparison. As far as like a how-to global hack week, it's definitely something we can like take back to the team and see if it would be helpful to the folks that are joining to just kind of have like I guess, a rundown of all the things that are going on and like how to interact. I'm sure that's something we could probably put together, but we'll see what happens.
Definitely. Okay. Thank you. I think our next question is about the fellowship. Um, they're interested in preparing for the MLH fellowship, but unsure how to. They're currently in their second year of CS. I think that just kind of like submitting a cool code sample and really putting time into answering the questions, something like a really good way to prepare. Um, and just kind of like putting your best foot forward. The intention of the fellowship is to kind of help you ramp up your technical skills and provide mentorship for people who are just like you in their second year of CS or earlier along or a little bit further along. So I think just kind of like putting some time into that and maybe having some other people like look over your application or your code beforehand could be helpful as well.
For sure. Another thing I would suggest is, like, yes, definitely the fellowship is there to kind of help you level up and get some practical experience in programming prior to like, graduating and like eventually going into the professional ranks of engineering. So, what another suggestion I would make is, finding open source projects you could possibly contribute to. And you don't necessarily have to push code your first time around. Look for things that you can already like contribute to, sometimes like adding documentation, editing the readme, things like that.
Mhm.
Reach out to open source maintainers, and like like not all of them will have the same like bandwidth to respond to you, but obviously I think if you reach out to enough, you'll definitely get some answers. You could ask them what it is that they're looking for in terms of contributions and how it is that people at your level can currently help. And the other thing I would say is like we're on the Discord, there are tons of people that are either in the fellowship or fellowship alums, so definitely like like hang out on the MLH Discord, strike up a conversation with someone that's been in the program before, and I'm sure they'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you about how you personally could get prepared for joining yourself.
Definitely. I feel like they have some really good insights for applicants for the fellowship.
Hmm.
Yes. Okay. I think we only have like one more question. I think they have a registration issue because their Discord email is different from their MLH email. Where they go for help for that? I believe there would be like either a channel or someone you can reach out to, maybe under community support. Correct me if I'm wrong, though.
Yeah, absolutely. You could spin up a ticket if you're having any issues, like in terms of like receiving emails and notifications. Go to our Discord channel and just open up a ticket. The other thing that I would say is just make sure that your swag form, the swag form that you filled out for Global Hack Week, matches the email that you want your notifications to go to, because that'll also like have some sort of effect on where those emails are going. Typically what you'd like to do is have the same email for everything, just so it all matches up and like there's no confusion there. But yeah, I mean, for your specific case, we could definitely just take a closer look into it, open up a ticket, and someone will get back to you and make sure you're all straightened out.
Awesome. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So this is a funny one. This is for your context, Gabriella. We
Mhm.
did a global hack week that was sort of I guess you could say like fantasy game based,
Okay.
and we were supposed to make our own avatars, and I designed mine on Figma, and it turned out like it became, for some reason, like as the stream went on, it became a like a digital character, but it was like with like a pizza shirt, basically like a shirt that
Yeah.
had like a pizza on it. I'm not that good at Figma, so I just kind of like did whatever came to mind. People were giving me the suggestions, and for about a year I was being called Pizza Man on the streams. So Yeah, that was nice. I still have it somewhere. I will find it for you, and I will drop it in the chat, like in the general chat for Discord for anyone that
Mhm.
wants to take a stroll down memory lane there.
That's funny.
Mhm. Pizza
That's
Man.
funny.
Yeah. Thanks for remembering that. That was a yeah, it was a fun time for me. So, I mean, I'm obviously really into pizza and coffee. So maybe the next character I build will have like an amalgamation of the two.
Yes. One of the TAs at my school is called Java John, partially because of like his like love for the Java language, but I think it's like funny because he also like really loves coffee. He's something like that.
Absolutely. I feel like that is a pretty common joke. I have a coffee mug that has
Mhm.
Java on it, but it refers to the coffee itself.
Yeah.
And people on stream were like, "Oh, is that for the Java language?" And I'm like, "It's not. It's not. I know a little bit of Java, but I would not have. I don't know enough of it that I would have a coffee mug that called it out specifically." So
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I can write a few lines and figure out like a way around a project, but not a super
yeah,
fan.
awesome. Well, all right, yeah, guerrilla marketing is definitely something I did quite often. I kind of like alluded to it today as well. But I won't bore you with any of those details. Definitely check out Stack Overflow and Twilio though. So yeah, on the challenges page, make sure you sign up for an account. Make sure you check out the Stack Overflow API. It's really interesting. If you're looking for an API to kind of reference in any of your projects this weekend, definitely just drop it in there and use it. It's pretty interesting. You can kind of bring in all of the information. You could read all of the information from the Stack Overflow website, essentially. Users, badges, questions. So the more complex your API call, the like more specific the data set that you pull will be. But it's definitely an interesting resource that you can use if you wanted to kind of get more familiar with professionally developed APIs. Yep.
Sure.
Alrighty. Well, looks like can we have a Duolingo update every time we come on stream? Like what new words slash expressions you learned? Yeah. All I want to say is disfruta la semana global de hacking, y'all. Which is I don't even know if that's proper, but enjoy the week of hacking globally. But yeah, I mean, they don't teach you that on Duolingo. It's just something I tried to come up with myself. Um, I'll try to have an update though. That's fun. And yeah, project. Yeah, and if you need any help with finishing up any projects or APIs, I'm sure the rest of the community will be there to kind of help you out. I mean, one of the great things about Global Hack Weeks is that we have guilds and things of that nature, people to kind of team up with and help you along in any of the issues that you're facing. It's not just the MLHers that are there and available to help. The community is there to help one another. So definitely lean on each other. So I think it's one of the best things about MLH is the fact that we have so many people that are willing to kind of, you know, help each other out while they learn how to code. So
Definitely, it's super supportive community. You can always like learn so much from one another. It's a really great experience.
for sure. And that's why we're here.
Yes.
All right. Well, it looks like we are wrapping up here. Anything else? Any parting words that you'd like to, any words of wisdom that you'd like to impart to the audience here, Gabrielle?
Um, I think just like budget your time like relatively well. Don't burn yourself out by going to too many events. Drink an adequate amount of coffee. And remember that the recordings are always there if you want to go back and look at them later. And also, there's always going to be people in the Discord that you can connect with or ask questions to. So, good luck, and I hope you learn a ton and maybe meet some cool people along the way as well.
That's awesome. All right, y'all. Well, when in doubt, have a slice of pizza. That'll be it from me. Until next time, join us again tomorrow. So like there will be more stuff on its way in day 6. But outside of that, have a great weekend, y'all, and enjoy the rest of Global Hack Week.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.